Playoffs time here at the Rugbytown Sevens of 2021. It's match 44. It's a quarter-final of the bowl. Guerrilla Rugby are taking on the USA under-23s. I'm Mark Sabina, joined by James Patterson. You can feel the excitement here at Infinity Park. A fantastic crowd have turned out to see some fantastic rugby. And we've already seen plenty of excitement. We expect to see the same from the youngsters here. And Guerrilla, who will be playing some fantastic rugby too throughout.
And all the fans out there. We've got 36 countries tuning in right now, even down under and lockdown in Australia and New Zealand, and they're going to be treated to watching some of the best future talent from the United States with the USA under-23s. A rough start to the tournament. Both these sides are very young in age, but the 23s, these are the guys in your screen you're going to see in an Eagles jersey kick on, playing professionally all over the world. And on their side, there's a lot of talent. The big bang, Mike Matarazzo, has played very well. Weiser, Clark, Napovsky has been very good. And on the other side of the ball, watch for Deontay McMurray. He is electric on the outside, and the big man, Patrick Coleman, gives them the go-ahead.
Number 3 and number 9. Speaking of youngsters, Drew Stockton, our man in the middle for this bowl quarter-final.
Left.
Big occasion for him. Of course, these two teams missed out on the top two. The top two teams of each pool go through to the Cup playoffs. Next, the third and fourth of each pool go into the bowl division, which is what we're witnessing right now.
Come on, please.
Guerrilla Rugby about to kick on the left of your screen. They came third in their pool of Pool C, and they're taking on fourth in Pool B, the USA under-23s. That hasn't gone 10, so already some nerves from the Guerrilla Rugby team.
There's a bit of a breeze here. It's definitely swirling into the ball. Will hang up there.
Now we've got the under-23s wasting no time. Hasn't Sean Clark been a revelation? Massive man, scored plenty of tries. He's been instrumental, as has Lucas Lecamp, who flings it out to Bitzer. Bitzer finds Lecamp on the loop again. A wobbly pass. And to David Still, who gets it back, but it's intercepted and flicked in. Touch. It's gone into touch.
Not quickly. No, I'm just taking it.
Good passage of play for the under-23s, James.
Trying to get into big man Still's hand. It's Camden, New Jersey. A dynamic rugby player. He's been playing for a long time. As you see on the outside, he does the right thing, flicking the ball in. The ball will come back to the 23s in a good area, but how about every time Eric Napovsky gets the ball, he just adds that extra element. He looks so balanced as a runner, ball out in front. You never know which way he's going to go.
Get that mullet later, bro.
So line out from close range. 23s are going to have to wait.
Give us a second. We're going to wait till he's off.
Gets helped off the field, unfortunately.
That's a big loss for them too. It's like Tidwell going to the sideline.
On the whistle. On the whistle.
Waiting. Can they get a clean throw?
No. On my whistle.
Go back. Jumping the gun there. Free Stockton. Just making sure that the injured player clears the pitch.
Say Mark, please.
And
Time is on.
Get back underway.
Yeah, go.
23s with the throw-in. It's to the big man, Clark. Now, through the hands, Lecamp has a crack on the outside, draws in almost two defenders, and now David Still with some space, but he's taken almost over the sideline, does well to stay in. Lecamp at scrum half. Warner
Advantage.
Gets it away. Bitzer now out to Wendling.
Over.
Easy one for Wendling. He's going to score the first try of this match. The under-23s on the board.
Big man, they graduated in construction management, building a solid foundation for victory with that one. It was a good balanced run from him, and it came from just some silky skills as they spun the ball across the line. Very impressive. As we take a look here, ball out front. Just a balanced runner, shows to the outside, steps off that left foot, beats the flank defense. And Wendling,
yes, please.
And from Bellingham. Loves hiking and skiing. He can do plenty more of that this winter, but has played some more footy today.
Adds the extras, does Colson Warner. 7 points to 0 now. Just the start that the youngsters were looking for in this bowl quarter final. It's been beautiful weather all weekend, James, but of course when the playoffs start, we have a storm brewing. Some droplets coming down, a strong wind as well, and maybe that played havoc on that kickoff. He's going to come back to the halfway line. Gorilla with a chance.
They really haven't had any possession so far in this game.
Back to the right, Gorilla. Through Coleman. There's it back. And we have some numbers out to the right. Defense coming across nicely. The 23s now out to the number 8, Johnson. Johnson, he'll go all the way. Great try from Brandon Johnson for Gorilla Rugby, and they hit back 7 points to 5.
What a reply from Johnson on the outside. But again, you know, you talk about this team being young in nature, but it's, again, it comes from their leader on the field, Corey Jones. He had the patience there, and he's always just looking for that little 3-on-2. And in that situation, he spotted on the right side. Little quick shift in hands. Here's Jones right here. Just a little bang, bang to the outside. Beating the flank defender. Johnson comes right back into this with an unsuccessful conversion. Puts them within 2 points in the 23s.
Well, James, it's a game of so much space, but it didn't seem to have much space at all down here in the narrow channel. 3 players seem to be within 10 meters of the sideline. That's all they needed. As you said, wonderful handling skills from Corey Jones, the captain of Gorilla Rugby. As Conlon gets us underway again. Trailing by 2 are Gorilla Rugby. Massive bounce of the ball, 50-50, and it's come up in the hands of Gorilla Rugby. So a chance to go back-to-back tries. Jones firing it out to Reed. Playing it back, counter
from the side.
Bruck, and from the side, so a fortuitous effort there, and straight through is Naposki. He's so dangerous, he's being chased down, but he'll make it. Eric Naposki replies with a try.
We talked about how electric this guy is. He's a balanced runner, he's got great vision. They just spotted the gap there. And from that point, as soon as he sees the half gap, there's no way you can stop him. Just way too much pace. And more importantly, scoring right underneath the posts here, giving him a chance to put this out. More than 2 scores.
22 years of age, try scoring Naposki. Let's have another look, James.
Here's a little show and go, straight up the middle. He saw the retreating defender. Good vision and a lot of pace. It's a good effort there from Deontay McMurray. We know how quick he is, but he is even faster in Naposki.
Played some rugby with Old Blue New York. It's definitely a great place to cut your teeth and gain some sevens experience. Wonderful program there on the East Coast. It's a great kickoff as well, and what a tap back. Wendling, and back to Wendling as well. Here comes Clark. The big man draws 2 defenders, gets it away, keeps it alive. Warner, Naposki, the try scorer. Jinks beats 2, beats a third almost, but then tries to get the offload and was tackled from behind, and a wayward pass. Playing advantage,
guys, no advantage.
Come back from the scrum.
Come back, knock on.
I'll tell you what, that passage of play, Clark, he's a tall man. I think he's close to 6'8", so you can see everybody pirouetting the ball, but
Jack right. Here we go.
Yeah. See it on the screen there.
Yeah.
Foskey, jinking, driving. Just able to get the hand in there. It was a good tackle from Evan Conlon, able to turn that ball over.
Come on.
Sometimes it's difficult to run lines and run support with the players.
Not push early.
Just don't know where he's going to go.
He's turning his hips out. Hey, turn down.
All right,
I'm done. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Crouch.
We're learning.
Bind.
The rain continues here at Infinity Park just to make things interesting. Test out the handling skills of these world-class sevens players. Muscle to the ground. Still going now. Run out of their own 22 up to the 40. And a penalty to boot.
Quicker, it's a tackle only.
Quick play, surely the last play of this half. As the rain comes down, handling will need to be with extra care. Coleman takes his medicine. Jones, the captain, switches it back inside, and that's Johnson. Johnson, the big man, he's got pace. 2 to beat, brought down by great tackle, Lucas Lecamp. As the U23 scramble to get back in defence. Beautiful jinking play. Oh, and he's brought down by Clark. Here we go, Gorilla in the corner. Good lead-up play, right on the break. Patrick Coleman it is. And they're going to make this one tough for the U23s.
Talk about a young man stepping up in this game. Johnson, the man from East Hampton, New York, ran a great line. So we're going to see the end here. Here's McMurray. McMurray gets twisted up really badly. Ouch. In that position. You just cringe for that, but finding the unmarked man on the outside is Coleman, and a crucial score before halftime.
So that's the halftime break now. The U23s in the lead, 14 points to 10 over Gorilla Rugby in this bowl quarterfinal.
Join the mouthguard revolution with American-made mouthguards that perform, protect, and recover. Guardlab.com.
Doing fine. We've got to clean up the play around the breakdowns, be tighter on our support, keep the connection on defense, make the push the ball to the edges so we can seal everything up. On attack, we've got to just run downhill. Find the soft shoulder, run downhill, support, and just be pressure. Pressure the whole time, guys. They're taking two into every tackle every time.
They can't tap you, boys. Win the restart, boys. Win the restart.
Yeah, as Coach Mickey Patterson, I think he'd be really happy they were able to come back into this match at 14 points to 12. They're not out of this. And it's come off some strong play by Brandon Johnson, the big number 8 in this half. But it started out early. Good, silky smooth hands to the outside by the 23. It was Jack Wingling who came across the line to draw early blood. This was Jones, a brilliant 3-on-2 down the blind side. And the man we just talked about, Brandon Johnson, dotting down. And the Bosky, the danger man. We will see a lot of this guy in future professional rugby and in an Eagles jersey. He is dynamic, and he showed it right there. He's had his hand in a number of passages of positive play.
Second half underway here in this bowl quarter-final. The USA under-23s taking on Gorilla Rugby. A close one indeed, and we expect to see this in the playoffs. Each team has played 4 grueling matches over 2 days. We finish the day now with a playoff match. Got to hand it to these athletes. You can just see, despite being battered and bruised, the intensity has lifted this quarterfinal match as the rain comes down here in Infinity Park. Gorilla Rugby turning it over there at the breakdown. Didn't release the ball. Quick tap now for the 23s. As you can see, the players just tightening up. They're not as wide now with this weather. The kick, a little aimless, straight into a Gorilla player, eventually knocked on. So maybe we've already seen this rain having an effect on the execution of play, James.
You all right, big guy?
Not only rain, but a very stiff breeze. It's going to make things difficult, and plenty of room as we watch the replay out here. The little kick through, going straight into the opposite number of Terrence Hargest. And at that point, slippery pig on the ground. It's going to be very difficult to handle.
Okay.
As we see, the speedster on the outside, Deontay McMurray, we saw him come down in an awkward position. He makes his way to the sideline, and so does Jack Wendling.
Right. Drive straight.
Coming on for Jack Wendling is Peyton Wall.
Time is on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
This with the weather coming down. Are they going to play to the conditions? Penalty now.
To ground.
To Gorilla. You'd have to fancy if the game tightens up and they don't play as much width, you'd have to fancy Gorilla with their big men through the middle.
Right here.
Just because they're smaller in stature, big hearts of the U23s, they'll be up to the task. Some line out throw just inside the half of the under-23s. Gorilla Rugby, great take there. Back down to Evan Conlon, gets it to Corey Jones. Evading defenders, keeps it alive. Conlon now fires it out to his winger. Great matchup out there on the 5-meter channel. Johnson to Coleman, try scorer in the first half. Coleman, great strength, keeps the ball alive as well. Here come Gorilla Rugby. Back through the middle. Good defence from the under-23s. They haven't advanced at all with ball in hand. Gorilla finally get back into their territory.
That is out.
And that's play on. No.
Ball's not out there. Still in a ruck.
What I heard the referee say, and that's out. I think he changed his mind.
I think he said get out, Mark.
He may very well have said that too, James. From the side, so Gorilla Rugby lucky there because not a lot of support coming in to secure that ball, and there were plenty of blue jerseys like bees around the honey pot. Here's that replay, James.
Time off. Blue 4.
I don't.
No, ball just wasn't out.
Not sure what constitutes the ball being out. But nevertheless, they have a great attacking opportunity here.
Certainly do, as Conlon again retrieves it back. Line out throw. Corey Jones gets away from another tackler. Keeping it alive, places it back. Conlon at scrum half. Finds Johnson. Big, strong man. He scored plenty of tries in this tournament. Comes back.
Advantage, offside.
Coleman, first receiver. Jones now, what can he do? Draws in the defender, unselfishly gives out to James Reed. Almost up to the 5-meter line now. Penalty as well. It's all Gorilla at the moment. Will the pressure be too much for the under-23s?
Yeah, it was a long penalty advantage from before. Again, though, Jones is the man you want in your touch team, isn't he? Because he's just always sizing up opportunities.
Coleman drops it back to Jones, who drops it back to Coleman. Fires the flat pass, and that's a beauty to Hargest. Hargest will bring it round under the posts. Gorilla Rugby take the lead in this bowl quarter-final. This is a beauty.
I mean, that's one thing they teach you. Never watch the ball when you're defending, and that's exactly what the under-23s did there. A perfect set-piece move, and it was Terrence Hargest. He came in on a great attacking line from the outside after a little interplay with Jones and a good pass. And
yes, please.
At the end of the day, defenders caught watching the ball. We'll watch it here, this little interplay. Jones comes back. Coleman with a good line, and yeah, just coming inside, and too much pace and power by Hargest.
We have ourselves an intriguing battle here in this bowl quarter-final. Who will go through to the bowl semi-final? It's Gorilla now in the driver's seat. 2 minutes left in this match. As the rain eases up to passing storm. Hopefully that's the last we'll see of it, as we have some playoff games to come. We'd hate for the weather to dampen the action. But look at this, just opening up in the midfield and taking advantage as David Steele still going and gets the offload. A miracle ball to Jack Wendling, the captain, under the post. James Patterson, I think, is enjoying my puns.
He's still got it. He's still got it. Never lost it.
Still going, still.
He's impressive to watch and stride, isn't he? Once he gets going that long gate, it was Jack Wendling, the benefactor of some brilliant work, and it came after pressure at the kickoff. And that's one of the things, you put a lot of pressure on, you create an unstructured defensive line, and that's what they did. And the presence of mind from him too, just shift the ball in his hands. Unbelievable work.
Indeed, James Patterson.
Here he is, ball in stride, and just look at that perfect form coming through. Steps inside, finding support with the offload, sights the target, left-handed. That is copybook stuff for a guy that hasn't played rugby very long. Scary to think his ceiling once he gets some more game time under his belt.
Time is on now. Time is on.
With that successful conversion, the under-23s reclaim the lead. It's coming down to the wire here, folks. Bowl quarterfinal between Gorilla. The under-23s drawing to a close. We do not have a clear winner just yet. Gorilla Rugby might have something to say about that, but not if they lose the ball in contact in that fashion. Wow. Is that the nail in the coffin for Gorilla Rugby?
When he tried to just place it, he dropped the ball forward.
And the referee said he was trying to place that ball on the ground and he just lost it. It's going to be, the conditions are okay now, but it's going to play a factor as we move through these quarterfinals. The ball is very greasy. So they'll need to put lots of pressure on at the scrum.
Bind. Set.
Lunar sounds in the background. Final play of this quarterfinal. And it's the under-23s with the ball. Easy one for Walsh. Dives in, puts the seal on it, and the under-23s will go through to the semi-final of this bowl division. Still with a kick to come, but it doesn't matter. 26 points to 19, potentially 28. You are looking at your bowl quarterfinal winners in this one, and they will go through to the semi-final. Let's have another look at that try.
Yeah, putting lots of pressure on there and just poked the wrong side of the scrum. From that point, an open run in and a really good win from the under-23s.
Full time.
Nearly converts his own try, Sam Walsh, and that's full time here in the bowl quarterfinal between Gorilla and the U23s. The under-23s have taken this one out, 26 points to 19. Stick around for more action.